You know what? I've had enough. Absolutely enough. My name is Captain William Hartford, and I've served as the Chief of the Royal Guard for 12 years. 12 years of dedicated service, protecting the royal family, maintaining order in the palace, upholding centuries of tradition. And now I'm being treated like some kind of glorified doorman who exists solely to be everyone's punching bag. Let me paint you a picture of what my typical Tuesday looked like last week. 47 a.m. Lady Catherine storms into the guard station, demanding we find her missing Pomeranian. Not a security threat, not a breach, a dog. She insisted 3 of my men abandon their posts to search the East Wing. The dog was in her handbag the entire time. 2:3 m. Prince Edward's personal assistant needs an emergency escort to the village because he forgot to order flowers for some countess's birthday. My men are not an Uber service, Karen. 11:05 a.m. The Duchess complains that one of my guards breathed too loudly during her meditation session in the Rose Garden. She wants him fired for breathing. 3:34 p.m. Kitchen staff emergency. Someone stole a wheel of artisanal cheese. We're now investigating cheese theft while actual security protocols are being ignored. And here's where I need you to weigh in. Drop a comment below and tell me, am I overreacting, or has this palace gone completely insane? Because it gets worse. So much worse. The real problem isn't just the trivial complaints. It's that nobody respects boundaries anymore. The Queen's third cousin, twice removed, thinks she can just waltz into restricted areas because we're practically family. Darling, the ambassador's teenage son keeps sneaking into the armory to take selfies with medieval weapons. And when we enforce rules, when we actually do our jobs, we're the bad guys. Last month, I denied entry to an unauthorized guest at a state dinner. Turns out it was some influencer the princess met at a charity gala. The influencer posted a tearful video about being humiliated by palace security, and suddenly I'm getting death threats on social media. Me, for doing my job, for following protocol. If you're enjoying this story, make sure to subscribe. I post weekly tales from inside palace walls that you won't believe. Hit that notification bell, because trust me, next week's story is even crazier. Now, let's talk solutions, because I'm actually at my breaking point here. Solution number 1, the hardline approach. Lock everything down. And I mean everything. Nobody enters restricted areas without written authorization signed by the Queen herself. No exceptions for emergencies involving missing pets, forgotten shopping trips, or Instagram opportunities. Post the rules on every wall, every door, every corridor. Break them, you're escorted out immediately, regardless of your title. But here's the problem. Try this with royalty and nobility who've never heard the word no in their entire lives. The backlash would be nuclear. I'd probably be replaced within a week. Solution number 2, the education campaign. Maybe they genuinely don't understand what we do. Maybe they think we're just standing around, looking decorative in our uniforms. So we launch a palace-wide education initiative. Tours of the guard station, demonstrations of our actual security work, monthly newsletters explaining why certain protocols exist. Make them see us as actual human beings with an actual important job, not NPCs in their personal video game. Sounds nice, right? But when I suggested this to the palace administrator, she literally laughed at me. Captain Hartford, these people can barely remember their own dinner reservations. You think they'll attend security seminars? Solution number 3, the buffer system. Create an intermediate layer, a palace liaison office that handles all non-emergency requests. Someone complains about a guard's posture, goes to the PLO. Lost jewelry. PLO? Want guards for your nephew's birthday party? PLO. They filter what's actually security related and what's just entitled nonsense. This one actually has potential. We'd need funding, staff, and buy-in from palace administration, but it could work. It gives people someone to complain to without constantly disrupting actual security operations. What do you think? Which solution would you implement? Or do you have a better idea? Comment below. I'm reading every single one because I genuinely need advice here. But wait, there's more to consider. See, the deeper issue is cultural. The palace has operated for centuries on a hierarchy where guards are invisible until needed. We're furniture, we're background extras. And that mindset is so deeply ingrained that even well-meaning royals perpetuate it without realizing. Just yesterday, during a garden party, I overheard the king's sister tell her friend, "Oh, don't worry about them, dear. They can't hear us anyway. They're trained to be deaf and blind. We're right there, standing 3 feet away, very much able to hear. This is what I'm dealing with." And the younger generation, they're somehow even worse because they've grown up with social media. Everything is content. Everything is a story. Last week, I had to physically stop a Viscount's daughter from doing a TikTok dance in front of the Queen's private chambers. She called me a vibe killer. I'm a vibe killer for protecting privacy. Here's what I really want to know. And be honest in the comments. If you worked a job where people constantly disrespected you, dismissed your expertise, and treated you like you don't exist, how long would you last? Drop your answer below. So what's my radical solution? The one I'm actually considering? I'm thinking about writing a formal proposal to the Queen herself. Not through channels, not through administrators who'll water it down. Direct communication. A comprehensive document outlining the 237 inappropriate requests we've received in the last 6 months. The security risks created by people ignoring protocols. The mental health impact on my team. 3 guards have quit this year citing disrespect and burnout. A restructured system with clear boundaries and consequences. Will it work? Honestly, probably not. But at least I'll have tried something bold instead of just drowning slowly in a sea of ridiculous complaints. The truth is, I love this job. I love the history, the honor, the responsibility. My family has served the crown for 4 generations. But I can't keep doing this if nothing changes. None of us can. And before you say just quit, it's not that simple. This isn't just employment. It's duty, it's legacy, it's identity. Walking away feels like betraying everyone who served before me, but staying feels like betraying myself. So here's my final question for you. And I need you to subscribe and turn on notifications because I'll be posting an update next week about what I decide to do. Should I submit the proposal and risk everything? Or should I maintain the status quo and hope things gradually improve? Drop your vote in the comments, proposal or status quo, and explain why. I need to hear different perspectives here because in exactly 5 days, I have a meeting with the palace administrator. And I need to decide if I'm going to keep being everyone's complaint department or if I'm finally going to demand the respect this position deserves. The Royal Guard has been the backbone of palace security for 400 years. Maybe it's time we remembered that we're not just decorations, we're protectors. We're professionals, we're people, and we deserve better. Your turn, comment below. Let's figure this out together.